I'm talking about the steel in the car. It is now in the general society accepted that electric cars is the most environment-friendly way of transport yourself, your family and your goods, putting clean energy into the car's battery and use an electric motor.
Electric cars has now been around for many years, and all major car manufacturers is swapping to electric, since this is the only way going forward to have a carbon dioxide neutral world. Tesla is dominating the market with its enormous success with their Model Y. If you plan to buy a Tesla product, have a look at my referral link in the description.
But there is so many other things in the society that needs to be carbon dioxide neutral. For example, the steel that a car is produced by, that is not made carbon dioxide neutral.
Since there is a huge need of a lot of energy in form of heat for the production and manufacturing of steel. Today that is accomplished by burning coal, a lot of coal. That's emitting carbon dioxide. And since the world aims for a fossil fuel-free life here on Earth, does it mean that we cannot use steel in the future? No, I would say. Here in Sweden there is so many projects now showing the way to a fossil fuel-free world. And when it comes to steel, the company SSAB have developed a method to produce steel by replacing the coal with hydrogen. But in order for it to be really fossil fuel-free, the hydrogen needs to be produced by so-called electrolysis that consumes electricity. And of course then the electricity needs to be coming from renewable sources. The investment that SSAB is doing together with huge corporations in Sweden will increase the demand for electricity humongous. Much more than if we electrify all the cars in Sweden today. This expansion of the electricity production needs also to be done fast, since the pilot of the fossil fuel-free steel production is ready. And now huge factories to scale it up is already being built. How do we increase the production of electricity fast? Expert says that the only way is maybe solar, but mainly land-based wind power. This is the only method that goes fast enough. All other infrastructure project takes too long time. Nuclear takes 10 to 15 years to finish. Sea-based wind power takes also long time. So building them on land is the only chance if we're going to get the amount of energy needed in the coming 3 to 5 years when the factories are ready to start produce hydrogen for the fossil-free steel production. But wind turbines on land has also its environmental impact. It needs space to build these huge constructions. Bird life can be affected and humans nearby can be disturbed by noise and moving shadows. But modern wind turbines can handle this by stopping their rotation when sensors feels that the shadows are disturbing nearby residents. Also, they have cameras and can detect using AI when endangered bird species are coming too close and then reduce the speed or stopping the rotation overall. Studies shows that can reduce collisions by 80%. We need to build a lot of wind turbines, but even if the most remote areas are chosen, there is always someone that complains, "Not in my backyard." And local politicians very often says no to projects like this, to not have voters turned against them. So, in Sweden we need another system to promote wind power, like many other countries have, where a small part of the income from the power generation is benefiting the local community.
But wind and solar is intermittent, so what will we do when the wind is not blowing and the sun is not shining? It's a very often upcoming argument against these kind of energy production methods. Well, the wind and solar is not the only answer to have a sustainable energy production. And when it comes to hydrogen, the production can also be intermittent. The production can be adjusted, so the production will only happen when there is a surplus of energy in the system, and then store it for later when electricity production is low and all available energy is needed elsewhere. Then, if there is a lot of hydrogen stored, this can be converted back to electricity in worst case if needed. Solving the energy storage problem is maybe the most important task right now, and we can't wait so long time now. We have to go with the technical solutions that there is available, and we cannot wait for a revolutionary technical solution that will give us infinite energy without any environmental impact to a fraction of the cost. We have to act now with the available solutions there is, and wind power is one of them.
If you have been watching so far in this episode, you can get the impression that I am all for wind power.
But that's not true. I know that wind power has its environment consequences, and other alternatives might seem to be more easy. But the most biggest problem right now is to reduce the carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere. And then we cannot continue with coal, oil and gas. That is already killing a lot of people all over the world.
It's not only the constant rise of carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere that we have seen during the last 100 years that is causing problems. All the pollution that is spread from power generation made by fossil fuel into the air and our nature causes enormous health problem for our civilization.
So when we are choosing between bad alternatives, I would say that wind power is one of the less bad alternatives, and humans has been harvesting the wind for many generations, so that we are doing it today, maybe it's not so bad.
The technical solution is there for a carbon dioxide free transport sector. We can convert, and it's happening now. Everywhere in the society you can see examples of this.
There is so many other industries that needs to convert away from fossil fuel.
And the steel sector is only one of them. All the energy that we are using today in the fossil fuel system needs to be available as renewable energy, so the industries can start to convert themselves away from this unsustainable situation that we are in right now. And if we scale up this to a global level, we need all the energy that we can produce. Doesn't matter if it comes from wind, solar, hydro or nuclear power, as long as it's not fossil fuel like oil, gas or coal.